I have no idea. This is what she's engaging in, P.O.C. That's the entity that is coexisting with the elements of monitoring. The earthquake conduct that's coexisting while you're in the path and engineer light on the ceiling, okay, monitoring. It's right here on the, this is all impossible light manifesting in the shade while you are a whole psychopath gang stalking. You can say whatever you want, but the demon possessed are going to watch their mouth while they're gang stalking. I'm not going to say you can say whatever you want, but you can ignore, you can feign ignorance, you can engage in what is threatening with your audible activity if you want to. You're going to federal prison, but that is the same pattern of conduct of amplified audible activity. There's no airport where they're arriving or departing from 2500 Airport Drive. They're flying south over the venue. This is what Simba is doing. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon right now. Hold on. The current time is 2:12 p.m. Where the entity that is gang stalking as a housekeeper, excuse me, I need to get over here while she's crossing path. She's maintaining amplified audible activity inside of the hotel room and feigning ignorance. This is where the fake sun is at 4:30 in the afternoon, 5 o'clock in the evening, where she is crossing path by driving out of this same entrance and monitoring with the same city of Ontario. This is where Amazon Prime is gang stalking at 5:08 p.m. Like I'm documenting, feigning ignorance is the outward demonstration of severe mental illness, and she's gang stalking with all the demons inside of this hotel room, none of whom opening and closing the door creates any earthquake activity. There are no planes not only flying over economy and hovering to be heard or seen, clearly deviating from the airport. Alan D. Wapner is a gang stalking sex offender and a psychopath, but also doing so as a entity that acts through psychopaths that feign ignorance while they're monitoring you. By the way, you don't have to admit to gang stalking. You're going to be prosecuted. It's an inevitable pattern of conduct. All right, everything that she's engaging in as a demon is facilitating criminal monitoring with the city of Ontario, with the city of Ontario that was here this morning at 9:45, where the sun would not still be here. And that's where you're getting past the surface level assessment of demons that are monitoring. That's Alan D. Wapner, that's federal stalking, that's gang stalking with the immigrant population all at the same time. I'm capturing in order to document many things at the same time. And this is a sex offense while the entity is monitoring in the private space. The entity is, remember what Simba is doing this morning? Ashley Goldsmith, the entity that's gang stalking with the Ontario Police, this is exactly what they're doing while the fake's in the exact same position. That was 3 hours earlier. The entity is gang stalking at 9:45. The fake's in the same position it was at 9:45 in the morning, when you can see my shadow appearing right here on the inside. And then you're dealing with a psychopath that feigns ignorance about the tremendously disruptive activity that's never naturally occurring. You just heard me close this door. It doesn't create any earthquake. It doesn't create any earthquake on the bed. It doesn't create any impact on the bed. It doesn't create any impact under your feet. Those are methods of targeting me inside of the hotel room, where the demon possessed who are mentally ill engage in very expensive methods of stalking me, like Alan D. Wapner, and keeping my vagina under surveillance, like Mr. Wapner that's gang stalking me using commercial planes. Okay, it is currently 2:14 p.m. This is P.O.C. License 9MBP 997. She is engaged in maintaining surveillance while she is engaged in calling it housekeeping. She is going to be subject to deportation. She represents the mentally ill population that is gang stalking as a way of life in California. Okay, this is public corruption being exposed, and she's going to federal prison. She was gang stalking with the Ontario Police, and that's understanding what is mandatory deportation. This is P.O.C.